teacher friends, and I hope na tayo nag-affirmate. This is really one of our practices, no? So hindi lang po dito sa instant reader, even the learning place, and we practice this sa mga students namin before we start our lesson. So later on, I'm going to share with ating ginagawa to at ano ba talaga ang effect nito sa atin. And of course, am I audible na? Okay na? Okay, sa brain, and of course, the way mindset whenever we learn. Okay, so, salamat Teacher Fred. Napaka-high ng energy. I mo tonight, no? At napaka very high at na-welcome po talaga lahat ng naandito ngayon sa ating web for having. I hope that kasi ngayong we're going to a beautiful sets and at tayo ng demo mismo. Instant Reader Pro, a basic lesson natin. Yan. So, am I clear na po? Hindi na ba ako choppy? Kasi very important. Sound not
Teacher,
good.
yes.
Choppy pa.
Medyo, yeah, may parts lang na nawawala. Teacher, bumabalik naman, pero napuputol po minsan.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry for this. Hindi natin, I don't know why nagkakaroon ng gano'n. Medyo nahirapan din ang, medyo nahirapan ang ating tech, but I hope that we'll be able to hurdle this, no? Okay, so I hope,
Better audio.
yeah,
Yan.
ang dami
Okay
na
na
dito,
po.
ano na choppy pa rin at hindi ako masyado
Teacher,
maintindihan.
yes,
Oh, sabi
okay
ni
na.
Sir Randy, okay na. Better
Better
na
na.
daw. Okay, great. Yan. So, sige po, we're going to start our session for tonight, and I'm so excited to share this night with you. Ito po ang second to the last natin. So, next Friday will be our last session for this month's webinar dahil sinaselebrate po natin ang reading month. Kaya itong month na to, let's own this. Lalo na po dito, I would like to know, teacher, how many here are teachers? Can you just raise your hand? Or, yan, pakita nyo nga sa akin kung ilan po dito yung talagang right now, handling students or mga reading teachers mismo, English teachers. Oh, ang dami. Ang dami. Okay, so majority, I believe majority of us are teachers, and I believe you're here because you have a heart to teach your children to read. Tama ba? Tama ba? Andito kayo? Hindi dahil para manood ng kahit na ano, kundi para talagang maturuan ng inyong mga anak magbasa, mas maintindihan pa bakit ba hindi sila or nahihirapan silang magbasa. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen para we could start, no? Parang nalilate. Okay, so yan. Okay, so nakita ko ang mga kamay ninyo, mga naka-raise ang hand, and I would say majority here are teachers. Probably teachers na, parents pa, di ba? So, just the same, ang objective natin lahat ay para sa ating mga anak o para sa ating mga estudyante. Okay, so let me begin. This is our mission, no? Our mission, the Instant Reader mission po. I don't know kasi meron po dito mga first-timers lang. So I'll just go through this para po bago tayo mag-demo, mas maintindihan natin kung bakit, ano ba yung mga components ng Instant Reader. So our mission as a company is to really teach the world to read the fastest and most effective way. Mabilis na, epektibo pa. And if you will go to our website or to our Facebook page, we have our programs are there po. We have our basic, we have our advanced level and mastery. And more than that, meron pa po kaming addition na program which is Compass, Reading Comprehension. And we also have this pro, which is about teaching students or children or mga estudyante po na hirap o nagsistruggle magbasa. So these are like dyslexic students. So we have program for dyslexia. Okay? We have a program on dyslexia. So majority po ng aming mga estudyante, I would say, really are from the AB, no? Yung kaya pong magbayad sa tutorial center ng one-on-one. And mostly po ng aming mga kliyente ay mga from private schools, okay? Who could really afford to pay extra po para sa mga kanilang mga tutorials, no, pag nade-delay sa school, or sometimes the parents would want to advance their children. So meron po tayong tutorial center here through Instant Reader. So natuturuan po naming magbasa ang isang non-reader to a grade 1 level in just 20 days, okay? So 20 days po yon, 20 lessons po yon, and we start from 3 years old. Meron na po kami natuturuan mga 3 years old. Meron pong panakanakang 2 years old. Pero we really start from 4 years old. Kasi for us, mas prepared na po ang batang yon na magbasa, no? Na magstay put, maiwan ng mga nanay nila para maturuan naming magbasa. And our program only lasts for about the program itself, no? Yung lesson nila is only 30 minutes. So, pero nag-a-add lang po kami ng few minutes para to prepare them, no, may mga reviews po kami which later on you're going to see. Now, alam naman nating lahat, hindi naman to lingid sa ating kaalaman, no, na last 2018 nagkaroon ng PISA, and then 2019 lumabas ang result. Tayo po ang lowest among 79 countries. So 79 out of 79. And this test is taken by 15-year-olds. So kumbaga grade 9 po sila at that time. Pero out of the 79 countries, tayo po ang pinakadulo. At tuloy-tuloy po ang balitang ito, di ba? Na napakarami nating mga estudyante ngayon, even sa private school, private and public school, who are struggling to read. At marami tayong nakalusot po sa high school, still are non-readers or struggling readers. And sa PISA, alam din po natin yan, no? Na nung chinek nila, ano ba yung naging factor? Bakit talaga nahirapang magbasa? Ang lumabas po sa public school, noting details and making inferences. Sa private school, getting main idea, making conclusions. Sa math, yun din po, making inferences and getting the main idea. At nung inanalyze pa further, nakita po talaga nila na ang problema natin, ang ating mga 15-year-old, mga grade 9 students na andun na po, dapat nag-aaral na ng chemistry, di ba? And all, higher math, pero they are very, very poor in vocabulary. So, napaka-clear po talaga na may problema tayo sa reading comprehension. And even before po nag-PISA, ito na po talaga yung ating problema. So, can you imagine, nag-pandemic pa. So, lalo na pong mas bumigat ang problema natin ngayon. It was never solved. Kahit po high-tech na tayo ngayon, di ba, grabe ng technology, but still, the problem persists at mas lalong lumalala pa. Pero let us always remember, ang goal po ng reading is not just to read, kasi ang ating literacy rate mataas po eh. Kasi nga, ang panuntunan is kapag nakakapagsulat at nababasa ang sinulat, ang pangalan, literate na po yon. Pero that's not really what reading is all about, kasi ang ultimate goal po talaga ng reading is reading comprehension. Now, sa instant reader po, every time we teach a child to read, no, kasi we are money back guarantee after 20 days, sure na sure po kami, we have proven this, 21 years na po ang instant reader, and we have taught thousands already. Pero po yung heart po kasi namin, ang reading po kasi, well, we know that very well na ang education po is not a privilege but a right. So, our vision, no, if we're going to explain further our vision, it's like this, no? Mahaba pa yung vision namin, pero kung isa-summarize namin, this is it. The most effective solution to the world's problem in learning reading regardless of age, gender, race, religion, and economic status. So, as I have shared with you, most of our clients or those who could really enroll in our program are those po talaga na nakaka-afford. Pero, paano naman po yung mga hindi? So, ito po talaga yung heart namin, no, na right now, lalo na nung paulit-ulit na nakikita namin at talaga ang resulta natin ay talagang down the drain na po in terms of reading comprehension, we have to do something. And we know our program works, kaya po we wanted to share this. So recently, nagkaroon po kami ng what we call the Instant Reader Evolve program. And we launched our DIY, and now we're launching the school partnership, the Instant Reader School Partnership. The DIY po, I'm going to share with you later, no? So this is like a do-it-yourself reading program wherein the parents, no, can teach their child, sila ang mga magulang mismo ang magtuturo sa kanilang mga anak na magbasa sa loob ng 20 days, no, with the 20 lessons. Pero paano naman po yung mga hindi kaya, okay, or mga magulang na wala pong panahon, di ba? And like what I've said, hindi lang po kasi dapat ang mayroong access sa isang napakagandang reading program ay yung kayang magbayad. Dapat po kahit yung hindi kayang magbayad. And this is where we are coming from. Kaya po kami talagang eto po, kumakatok sa inyo, sineshare po namin ang program namin sa inyo. Because it says nga here, the problem is not to find the answer, it's to face the answer. We have the answer po. Meron tayong programa developed by Filipino for Filipino children here in the Philippines. So, nakakalungkot po kasi we're serving a lot of, people children whose parents could really pay, hindi lang po Filipinos but even those from abroad. Pero paano naman yung napakarami nating mga bata pa na hindi kayang magbayad, lalo na sa public school, no, na naiiwanan na lang, di ba? So for the past years, we had this Virac Catanduanes, nag-launch po kami nito. Victory in Reading is Achievable for All Children. So ito po ay nagturo po kami for free sa Virac Catanduanes where my mom came from. Actually from Panganiban siya, pero yun yung kanilang, diba, sa Virac po kasi yung capital ng Catanduanes. And we went there, we taught 100 students to read, no, for free using our instant reader program. At nakakatuwa po yun kasi ang mga naging estudyante po namin ay hindi mga 4 years old na non-readers. These are, majority po nito ay mga struggling readers. Grade 5 na, grade 6 na, grade 3 na, hindi pa po sila marunong magbasa. And after 21 days, we were able to hit it. After 10 days lang po pala, 10 days lang kami kasi hindi po namin kayang magtagal dahil limited rin yung funds namin as well as ang time namin. We also had, no, because of this burden that we have and it's part of our vision, so even mga badyaw po, no, so nagturo kami ng mga kapwa badyaw para po maturuan ang kanilang mga, dun po sa kanilang lugar, mga badyaw na bata na magbasa because wala po silang pondo from the government, so talagang on their own sila. So nagawa po namin ito because we want to honor that vision that we have. We also, nung pandemic, nagkaroon din po kami ng Road to 100 wherein nagbigay po kami ng 100 tablets sa mga batang talagang hindi po naturuang magbasa, no? Nagbigay kami ng free tablet together with the SIM, and then tinuruan po, may SIM po sila kasi most of them wala naman pong internet connection. So tinuruan po sila ng mga teachers namin to read. They were writing me, so nagkaroon po kami ng webinars noon, and they will write to me why they want their children, their child, no, kung mga anak nila, kung bakit gusto nilang ang makapagbasa to, ano bang sitwasyon nila. So I have to read, I have to choose together with my team. Napakarami po. We were able to teach 100. Pero 100 lang po yun. Napakarami pa po talagang humihingi ng tulong sa amin. So we were very, very successful, no, with this project. And nakarating pa po ako dun sa mga ibang lugar. Talagang I tried to meet po yung mga bata dun sa mga lugar na yon kung saan namin nabigyan sila ng pagkakataong magbasa. So, hindi lang po yung VIRAC naming una, it's face to face. Even nung virtual na po nung pandemic, nagawa pa rin po namin siya. And we call that virtual reading is accessible for all children. And recently, ngayon po nangyayari po ito, meron po kaming instant reader VIRAC, kasi kahit di na po sa VIRAC yun, we still call it VIRAC. Dito naman po sa amin sa Bae, which is a town next to Los Baños. So we are teaching about 30 students po to read. Ito po ay mga grades 1 to 6 to 5, no, na hindi po talaga nakakapagbasa. Okay, so yan po kinausap namin ang mga magulang nila. So can you imagine, ito pong mga to ay hindi nakakapagbasa. So ito yung meron silang wala pong kakayahan, no, yung mga magulang na ilagay sila sa tutorial center. And syempre talagang napakahirap ng buhay, no. And they're there, nasa loob po sila ng classroom kasama ng mga ibang bata na kaya namang magbasa, pero itong mga to nalulunod. And if you've been following me sa mga webinars ko po, I introduced, no, na meron pa po kasing ito, according to National Institute of Health, 1 in 5 has dyslexia. So can you imagine, meron ng non-readers inside the classroom, meron pa pong may dyslexia, no, 1 in 5. So that is actually 20% of the class. For every class, may 20% po dyan na struggling reader. And so, nag-launch po ako nung aming webinar before na we call it itong tagline po namin, walang batang bobo, dyslexia is real. Kasi oftentimes, itong mga batang ito ay nasasabihan ako mahihina, bobo sila. Pero actually, hindi lang natin alam, no? Kasi hindi po talaga sila na-diagnose. 95% po ng may dyslexia sa loob ng paaralan ay hindi po na-diagnose. Ang nakakalungkot po kasi doon, most schools, syempre, hindi naman natin pinag-aralan talaga nung tayo nagkolehiyo, di ba? So most schools lack awareness and the resources and teacher learning support to help the students the right way. And more than that, ito pa po isang problema natin ngayon, no? Ang technology, ang mga gadgets na yan, talaga ang mga bata natin ngayon ay nalulunod po, 'di ba? I mean, they're so dependent on gadgets. Parang tayo rin naman po, 'di ba? So imagine, kung tayo hirap na po nating i-control or i-manage or i-discipline sarili natin, paano pa po 'tong mga batang 'to? 'Di ba? Pumunta ka nga sa mall, pumunta ka sa park, wala pong nag-uusap eh. Lahat meron pong cellphone na hawak, no? So, with all this, no, with all this distraction, talagang another problem po is yung focus. Very short attention span. I'm very sure teacher kayo, nakaka-relate kayo dito. Ang mga bata natin ngayon ay talagang paikli ng paikli ang attention span. But nevertheless, hindi po pwedeng hindi po pwedeng magbago that reading is the fundamental building block for learning. It's so impossible to go deeper into learning, no, from one grade level to another kung ikaw ay hindi nagbabasa or kung ikaw ay merong kahirapan sa pagbabasa, kung ikaw ay may dyslexia pero hindi ka nadadiagnose, no? So nalulunod ka araw-araw sa loob ng paaralan from one subject to another. So humihingi ka ng tulong pero walang nakakaalam, walang nakakarinig, at madalas nabubuli ka pa, ginajudge ka, pinagtatawanan ka. Nung tinanong ko nga ang isang magulang dun sa Bae, no, ano ba yung pakiramdam mo na yung anak mo ay hindi nagbabasa? Alam niyo, hindi siya nakasalita, umiyak lang siya. Umiyak lang siya. Ibig sabihin, ganun po katindi, no? Yung hugot, yung hirap, yung sakit kapag ang isang bata ay hindi nagbabasa. And regardless kung ikaw ay isang nanay o hindi, kung ikaw ay isang guro, naiintindihan mo to, nararamdaman mo to, nakikita to ng mata mo araw-araw. Okay? And this year, I got this report, no, from DepEd. Ang total enrollment natin ngayon, no, from Region 1, so yan po, no, NCR, lahat from Region 13, ito po ang total, no, 26,304,338. Okay? So yan po ang ating enrollment, no, this school year. At sabi ko nga, di ba kanina, according to National Institute of Health, 1 in 5 has dyslexia. So, ibig sabihin, wala pa dito yung non-readers. Kung sa dyslexia pa lang, eto na po yun. Yung 1 in 5 is 20%. So, dito sa 26 million na ito, meron pong 5,260,867 na struggling readers. Struggling pa lang po yan. Marami pa pong non-readers. So, can you imagine gaano kadami ang batang may problema sa Pilipinas from Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao? Okay, so tonight, kami po talaga, whenever we teach, no, after we assess our students, no, na nag-enroll sa instant reader at pumasa po yan sa assessment namin, we really guarantee, money back guarantee, that child will read, no? So, we are very, very sure of our program. So, kaya po talagang gusto namin itong i-share. Kasi pag nakikita ko po ang mga statistics na to, and whenever I go from one school to another, no, kasi I'm also being invited by several public schools here and there, dito lang sa amin, sa next town, next province, no, I always meet students, grade 7, 8, 9, who are non-readers and struggling readers. So, nagsama-sama po sila. Nakaka-relate po ba kayo sa akin kung kayo ay mga teacher sa kanya-kanya yung paaralan? Do you relate whether you're in public school, whether you're in private school? Ito po, 20% po ng estudyante natin has dyslexia. Tapos, wala pa po yung non-readers dyan. Meron bang nakaka-relate? Kung ano yung sinasabi ko, naiintindihan po niya, 'di ba? I know you will understand me. Kung isa kang guro, maiintindihan mo ko at alam kong nakikita mo to. Now, this time, I want to share with you what makes instant reader teach reading effectively in 20 days or within that 20 lessons. So, gusto po ba ninyong malaman? Gusto niyo po bang magkaroon kayo ng glimpse on bakit po na ituturo namin ito in 20 days? Ano ba yung mga components nito? And then, I will explain kung after the demo, showing you the teaching demo, I will be explaining to you ano ba yung component na yun, bakit may gano'n ng instant reader. Now, let me tell you, ang instant reader po ay nabuo hindi dahil parang bigla na lang naisip at bumagsak na lang. Ito po ay pinag-isipan, ito po ay nag-undergo ng research, and every part po nito is backed by science. Okay? So, I'm going to have Teacher Freds and Teacher Lorna. So, part by part po namin ipapakita sa inyo. We're going to discuss this. So, ready po ba kayo? Kanina nag-affirmation tayo para ma-prepare po ang inyong mga puso at isipan kasi ngayong gabi tayo po ay mag-aaral. Okay? So, usually tayo po nagtuturo, di ba? So, this time naman, we're going to learn together. So, mag-raise ang hand ng ready to learn for tonight. Raise nga ng hand. Baka mamaya natutulog na. Okay, very good. Yan. So, alam mo as teachers, hindi kasi pwedeng tayo bigay na lang ng bigay eh. Dapat tayo rin natututo, di ba? Nakakakuha tuloy-tuloy ng mga information. So, this is what I'm going to share with you. So, magsa-start tayo. Our reading program po, nag-uumpisa po kami sa Reading Readiness Assessment. I always tell this sa akin pong mga webinars, a reading program that does not include an assessment is an inferior type of program. Napakahalaga po kasi ng reading assessment. So, unang-una, ang reading assessment, it gives you an early identification of skills and challenges, no? So, tinitingnan mo yung baseline. Tinitingnan mo anong alam na niya, paano ba, okay ba yung pagsasalita niya, nakakarinig ba siya, paano yung attention span niya, gaano kaikli ito. And then the assessment also shows you personalized learning paths. Kasi ang mga bata po, iba-iba po yan, di ba? Iba't iba po ang learning style, iba't iba po ang kanilang ability to, to get information. Di ba po? Merong fast learner, merong slow learner, merong may learning difficulty. So nakikita po natin lahat yan sa assessment. So, through the reading assessment, monitor natin yung progress niya sa ginagawa niya. So, yung pong mga libro na basta binibigay sa atin, tapos lesson agad, na hindi po tayo nagkaroon ng assessment na design po dun sa program mismo or dun sa lessons na i-undergo niyan, may problema po talaga tayo doon. Kasi hindi po natin ito, wala po itong mga components na to. With the reading readiness assessment, andyan po rin yung resource allocation. Kasi doon mo makikita kung kailangan pa ba niya ng, ano pa ba yung mga bagay na tools na pwede ko pang gamitin sa kanya, di ba? So marami pong areas yun na kailangan nakikita, dun po lahat yan sa assessment lalabas. Yung parental involvement na naiintindihan ng magulang para pag pumunta sa'yo, hindi ang sagot mo, mami, alam niyo po, naku na, ano po talagang hirap po magbasa. Pero hindi mo ma-explain bakit. Kasi hindi mo naman inassess, di ba? So yung pag-unawa kung bakit, ano yung mga dahilan, makikita mo yun sa assessment. And then, dun ka rin makakakita ng early intervention for learning disabilities. Dun din natin makikita pag nag-assess, naku, may something pa. Deeper than, the normal thing, merong pang problemang kailangang i-address. Dun din po natin ito nakikita sa assessment. At ito po ang unang-unang ginagawa sa instant reader. So, pwede bang ipakita natin, Teacher Freds and Teacher Lorna, yung an overview of our reading readiness assessment. Are you ready, teachers?
Yes, Teacher Vicky. Okay.
Ayan. Okay, so we call it the Instant Reader Online Assessment. So, ito po yun, no? So, it starts with... Okay, teacher? Wait lang, teacher.
Okay. Yes.
So, we give them words, no? May mga words po kaming binabato, ibinibigay po sa kanila. Okay, teacher Lorna, can you help me with this? Are you here with me?
Yes, teacher, I'm the one sharing the screen. Go ahead, teacher Freds. You may, as I go through the slides.
All right. So, parents, teachers, no, ang ating mga words po sa reading assessment, it's a reading readiness assessment, ay nahahati po into parts, okay? So, the first part would be the familiar words. So, ang mga familiar words po, ito yung common words na makikita po ng mga bata sa books, sa surrounding nila. So, ito pong mga words na rin ito dahil common nilang nakikita, pwede ring nababasa nila dahil na-memorize na nila yung mga words na to. No? So, it's composed of CVC words to sound words po or kaya naman more than four, no? Four or more than four na mga sounds yung words natin. So again, familiar words po ang tawag natin dito. So kung mabasa man nila dahil sila ay familiar na pag nakita nila CAT or DOG, di ba? They could automatically read the word, no? So titingnan po natin dito kung ano ang magiging score nila. So that's 25 items po na familiar words and susundan din po ito ng pseudo words. So when we say pseudo words, hindi talaga siya nag-exist, okay, na mga words. First time nilang makikita itong mga words na to. So dito po talaga natin ma-test kung talaga bang kaya nilang mag-blend ng mga sounds. So, ang nakikita niyo po sa screen niyo ay ang ating mga pseudo words. Again, non-existing words sila pero titingnan natin kung kaya ba nilang mabasa pa rin itong mga words na to. Okay? So, you just have to be familiar with each word para po ma-check natin. No? And then letter C, the complex words naman. So, mas mahaba, mas maraming sounds na, may mga cluster sounds na to. Meron na rin po tayong mga combination of sounds na makikita po dito. So, di-level up pa natin no, kung ano pa yung kaya niyang mabasa para talagang makita kung yung extent, yung level no, ng kanyang reading skill at the moment. So, you can see silent letters, meron din tayong mga sound variations dito po sa part na to. So, they could really apply yung knowledge nila about reading dito sa words ng ating complex words. Okay? Yan. So not all kids can read these set of words po, no? Talagang yung iba dyan na sa mga struggling readers, it's a hard, really, this will be a hard time na for them to finish the 50 items po na words. Pero we have to see kung hanggang saan yung kaya nilang mabasa. Okay? And our next part. So again, we have familiar words, pseudo words, and then the complex words. And then the next part, sentence reading naman. So may mga, I think 5 items po na sample sentences na kailangan nating ipabasa para makita natin kung ano naman yung kanilang skill in reading sentences. Maybe they could read words but they cannot read sentences, or kaya naman vice versa. 'Di ba may mga ganyan po tayong na-encounter minsan. So, simple words lang po yung nandito sa sentences natin. And minsan po pag nag-conduct tayo ng reading assessment, no, when reading the sentence, we also include reading comprehension, like a simple question about the sentence they've read, simple WH question lang just to check kung naintindihan ba nila yung binasa nila. Okay? So, yan po yung mga parts ng ating reading readiness assessment. Ayan. So, bawat part po, kailangan nating lalagyan niya ng score, di ba? Para mas makita natin kung ano yung perfect na reading level na para po sa bawat bata. So, it's individualized, depende po sa kayang mabasa ng inyong, ng mga bata, ng ating mga anak. Okay, so Teacher Lorna is showing us the DIY assessment. So, kapag bumili po kayo or nag-purchase kayo ng ating do-it-yourself reading readiness assessment, this is what you will see on your device. Pwede po itong laptop or kaya naman ay sa mobile phone. So, makikita niyo po yung familiar words natin. No? So, you just have to let the child read the word. May instruction po tayong may instruction pong kasama itong ating DIY, so you will have a guide po on how to use it. So, kapag nabasa na niya, you just have to click yes or no and then the next. Okay na button. Yan. So, nabasa ba niya? Yes or no? Yeah, you just have to click the necessary button that you will see on your screen. Okay? Yan. So, nagsisimula po tayo sa familiar words muna. Okay? Yan. And you will also see no, yung progress bar natin sa baba. So, every time na nagmo-move yung ating slides, no, nakikita nyo rin po yung progress, no, kung nasa kalahati na ba kayo or nasa 25% pa lang, marami pa ba? So, you will see it here po sa progress bar natin. Yan. So, can the student name, read this word. So talagang ginawa po namin mas personal po na included na rin po yung name ni student no, doon sa slide. So, okay?
Okay, and basta
Yes,
po,
teacher.
whatever result o kung ano man po yung mag-appear dito na result, you will be receiving po the result via email, at yung email na po yun na magsasabi kung ano po yung level na makukuha nyo. So, reminder lang po sa ano din po to, whether DIY po or actual assessment, ito pong mga to ay dapat po kung ano talaga yung narinig nyo po sa bata. So, i-remind lang po namin na talagang tama po yung comment sa chat na dapat honest ito. Ibig sabihin, pag pinapakita po ito natin sa mga bata, kung ano lang talaga yung nabasa niya at yun ang i-record natin o ino-note natin kung yes or no po siya. Okay? So, no coaching dapat to, no prompting at walang mga guide sa kanya na para pagbabasa. So, kung ano yung una yung narinig o after 2 tries, yun na po yun. Yun yung gagamitin. Yun yung po yung ginagawa natin para mas nasabi, okay, nabasa niya to o hindi. So pretty
Yeah.
much ganun po yung pinaka-assessment natin, and this will enable us to determine anong level niya. May scoring system po to, at yung scoring system po to will help us determine basic level ba siya, advanced level ba siya, or mastery level ba siya. Okay? So yun
Absolutely,
po ang ating
teacher.
assessment. Okay?
Yan. Yes po. And tulad po ng dagdag ko na rin po, no, Teacher Lawrence, no, na when you do the assessment, please, i-go through niyo po lahat ng process na yon. I-lead naman po niya kayo kung ano po yung susunod. And the result po will be emailed to you. So automatic na rin po yung result niya. Kaya dapat we are very honest, no, sa pag-conduct po ng ating reading readiness assessment para yung result ay naka-based din po on how you answered or the child answered the assessment. Yung talagang akma sa reading skill niya. Okay? So, yeah, may tanong yata tayo dito, teacher. May Filipino version ba? Ang ating reading readiness assessment from Sir Dominic. Sa ngayon, sir, wala pa po kaming Filipino version. Meron lang po tayong English words po and sentences. Okay. Diyan na po bang hindi pa din alam ang alphabet? What if hindi pa alam ang alphabet? Yeah, that's a good question kasi madalas po itong na-encounter ng ating mga magulang. So, kung hindi pa talaga kayang mabasa ang mga words, you just have to click no. Di ba yun ang honest answer natin eh. So, just click no and yung result po ang magsasabi sa inyo kung ano yung step na gagawin po natin. Okay? Ma'am Mary Grace, how to avail and how much po ang DIY? So, our team will just send the link.
Teacher, natin
Yes, teacher. Yes, Teacher Vicky? Yeah, the Thinkific link.
Siguro, teacher, ganito, we will just proceed with our steps, no, demo steps, and then i-ready nyo lang po yung mga questions ninyo because we're going to answer it later para sure mapakita talaga natin lahat ng parts, no? Kasi ang goal po natin ngayon is for you to show how we do it and the different components po ng instant reader. So later on po, ihanda nyo lang, isulat nyo yung mga questions nyo, mamaya po we will have our question and answer. So, masasagot po natin lahat yan. And baka yung mga tanong po ninyo ay masagot din sa mga different, ito pong parts pa na ibibigay namin sa inyo. Okay po? Thank you, Teacher Freds.
Okay, Teacher V. Alright, may naka-screen share tayo na this is our DIY lessons naman. So, right after taking the assessment and alam na natin kung anong program, no, ng ating mga anak. So, you may now proceed in purchasing the DIY lessons. So, Teacher Lawrence pa, ayan. So, we will be playing a sample po of the video lesson. Okay, share sound po, Teacher Lorna.
Vicky, your instant reader teacher for day 1. I'm so thrilled to be with you, and I know it's going to be fun and exciting learning reading with you together. So are you ready? Great. Before we begin our instant reader adventure, join me as we sing I'm an Instant Reader Kid.
Happy together, best friends forever. I and my animal friends, happy together, best friends forever. I and my animal friends, come and celebrate. Read smart, be great. Stand tall, be in the honor of. I'm an instant reader kid. I'm an instant reader kid. I'm an instant reader kid.
Did you enjoy singing the Instant Reader song? Awesome! So before we start our lesson, let's focus together, follow your teacher, and do some fun breathing exercises.
Okay, comment, Teacher Freds.
Yes, ang nakita niyo po ay ang ating instant reader jingle. So you don't have to worry about the warm-up part kasi pwedeng-pwede po nilang sabayan ang instant reader jingle. Very original na song po ito, created para sa instant reader talaga, and pwede niyo po yung iparinig muna sa inyong mga kids po or students before you start the session. Okay, here we go. Next part.
Alligator breath? Let's do it. Stretch your arms out like this. Breathe in when you open and breathe out as you close. Let's do it together. Last one. Great job. Back to our lesson. Alligator breath. Let's
All right, so that's the breathing exercise naman. Kanina we had the elevator breath. So marami po tayong breathing exercise now, and each day ay iba-iba pong breathing exercise yung malalaman po, may tuturo natin sa mga anak ninyo. And very important po itong gawin prior to the start of the session kasi po hinahanda natin ang mind and body nila na ma-relax muna para kapag talagang nag-start na yung session ay optimum level no yung learning natin. Yan. Okay, next part.
Okay, now I need you to sit straight, open your eyes wide, your ears wider, listen very well, because you're on your way to being an instant reader kid today.
Now we are going to meet 3 animal friends. First, let me introduce to you Annie Ant. Say, hello, Annie Ant. Next will be another awesome friend named Millie Mouse. Hi, Millie Mouse. And the third friend you'll meet today is Sandra Swan. Hello, Sandra Swan. Let's recall the names of our new friends. Repeat after me as I say their names. Annie Ant, Millie Mouse, and Sandra Swan. Very good. Would you like to listen to the story of our animal friends? Great. Okay, let me remind you once again of our rules as we listen to a story. First, you sit straight, open your eyes wide, your ears wider, zip your mouth, and throw the key away. Can we do it again? Come on, follow after me. You sit straight, open your eyes wide, your ears wider, zip your mouth, and throw the key away. Good job. Now, let's listen to a story. Let's go.
Hello there! It's so good to finally meet you. My name is Teacher Paige and I will be sharing different stories with you as you learn how to read the instant reader way. Are you ready for story time? We have new friends we're going to meet today, so watch out for them as we read this story. Remember the rules that Teacher Vicky said, okay? Let's do it together so we can really remember. Sit straight, open your eyes wide, your ears wider, zip your mouth, and throw the key away. Now I think we're really ready to get into this story. Let's go. Our story for today is entitled The Big Day. Have you ever had something that you really looked forward to, like your birthday or the new year, or maybe your first day of school? Today, one of the characters we will meet in the story will have a big day soon. Let's read to find out what happens.
Hi, I'm Laya, and this is my younger brother Yanni. Here is my dad June and my mom Vicky. One day, on our way to the mall, we saw the instant reader sign. We decided to stop by and let Yanni take the assessment test.
Hold on. Didn't you take an assessment test and enroll in the instant reader program too? Looks like you and Yanni went through the same thing. I wonder what's going to happen next. Let's go back to our storybook.
Yanni was then enrolled to the reading program. As we drove back home, we were all very excited for Yanni's first day at the Instant Reader Center the following day. The next morning, the sun was up and it was a beautiful day. As the alarm clock sounded, Laya and Yanni woke up and began fixing their beds. Yanni took a bath and remembered to turn the shower off when he wasn't using it. Laya brushed her teeth and did the same. Both wore fresh clothes and combed their hair.
It's good that Yanni and Laya turned the water off when they were not using it. That's a great way to save water. It's also really important to prepare for a big day. Taking a bath, brushing your teeth, fixing your hair, and wearing clean clothes is all part of it. What else did you do before coming to class today? Let's check what else Yanni and Laya did.
When Yanni and Laya had finished fixing themselves, they joined their mom and dad for a hearty and healthy breakfast. After enjoying breakfast, Dad drove Yanni to the Instant Reader Center, then dropped off Mom and Laya at the supermarket. Yanni glanced at his watch. It's 9:30 in the morning and they arrived at the Instant Reader Center a few minutes before the start of his session. It's good to be punctual and well prepared for class, he thought. His mom said goodbye and told him, "I'll be back for you at the end of your class."
Did your grown-up also tell you the same thing? It's pretty challenging to be there all by yourself, but I believe in you and I know you can do it. Besides, I'm sure your grown-up will come back right after our lesson. Let's continue with the story, shall we?
Yanni sat on a bench as he patiently waited for his class to begin. Meanwhile, Yanni saw Annie Ant crying. He asked Annie Ant the reason why. Annie Ant said, "I'm afraid my mom won't come back for me. I'm so scared." Millie Mouse, one of their schoolmates, explained to Annie Ant that all the other kids in school also have the same situation. Millie Mouse said, "You don't need to worry. Our parents will surely be back for us." And then they met Sandra Swan. She told them that the teachers at Instant Reader are all very kind and that she learned a lot from them.
That's right. Your teacher is actually a friend of mine, and I'm sure you're going to have so much fun learning and reading.
Moments later, Sandra Swan's mom finally arrived to fetch her, and they all waved goodbye to her. Afterwards, they all eagerly went to class.
And that is the end of our story. What was your favorite part? I liked how Yanni asked Annie Ant what was wrong. It shows that he cares for others and wants to be a good friend. It's now time for you to get back to class. I'll see you on our next story time.
All right, Teacher Vicky.
Did you
Okay, teacher. Ayan. Okay, teacher. So, yan po yung start pa lang, no? So, a while ago, we had first, of course, the assessment. And then, nagkaroon tayo ng breathing exercises. So, very, very important po yon. You might think it's just like parang nilaro lang sila or nagkaroon lang ng breathing. But these are all very, very important to prepare the heart and the mind for reading, no? So, later on, explain ko po yan sa inyo. I'm just going to share my screen a bit again. Okay. Desktop to. Okay, so let me, Yeah, so we had the jingle. Kanina napakinggan niyo po yung jingle na yun, no? So that jingle is not just something to entertain, but here it says the jingle, the instant reader jingle, no, helps in enhancing memory and recall, no? So yung mga bata po talaga, they become more engaged. Alam niyo na try na po namin to. Try po namin even sa public school, they love it. Ngayon po yung nandun namin sa Tagumpay Elementary School, they just love to, to sing this song before sila mag-start. Alam nila, magsa-start na po yung instant reader program nila. It makes the learners very engaged. And later on, you will know, it aids in phonemic awareness. Lahat po to konektado. And of course, ang another po, it encourages repetition and practice. Kasi yung paulit-ulit na kanta, and then more than that, it also builds confidence, no? It also supports diverse learning styles. May mga bata po kasi na mas napaperk up sila kapag sumasayaw, kapag kumakanta. No? Hindi yung pagsimula mo pa lang, magbasa tayo, number 1, basahin ito sa board. Minsan ganun po kasi kaagad ng umpisa natin, no? So this one really prepares the brain, no? Inaayos po talaga yung brain nila at inihahanda para dun sa pag-aaral nila. And of course, it creates positive learning environment. Kasi nakita nyo naman po yung 'di ba, yung tono, no, na napakasaya, napaka-dancy, at ang dali po niyang matutunan. Madali po siyang ma-memorize, lalo na kung everyday for 20 days, pinaparinig po natin to sa mga bata at pinapasayaw, no? Now, the breathing exercises actually helps the child to focus. So ito po yung mga benefits niya. It improves concentration and focus. Kasi po, ang mga bata, wag nating i-assume na pagpasok nila sa class, magtuturo ka ng reading, ay ready po silang matuto. Kailangan muna nating ihanda ang kanilang ang kanilang mga utak, ang kanilang mga isip. And another way to do that is through breathing. Kasi yung breathing din, kasi po it increases oxygen flow to the brain. Yung pinakita po namin sa inyo is just one of the breathing exercises. We have varied types of breathing exercises na mismong yung bata po ang mamimili, no? Meron silang gusto doon, may mga iba't iba pong klaseng breathing exercises, no? So pinipili po nila yun. Kaya dun pa lang, enjoy na po sila, no? And of course, it promotes mindfulness and presence. And it reduces anxiety and stress. Alam nyo, kahit mga bata pa po yan, lalo na po kapag ang mga estudyante natin ay struggling readers na, ito na po yung candidate na for dyslexia, no, na hindi lang nadadiagnose. Grabe po ang stress niyan when it comes to letting them read. Yung reading pa lang, pag narinig nila, grabe na po yung anxiety nila. So the breathing exercises helps them. And another thing, it supports speech and phonemic awareness. Nakakapagtaka, no? Breathing lang, pero may connection pala siya sa speech at saka phonemic awareness, no? So itong ang next slide ko, pinapakita dito na hindi po natin talaga pwedeng i-assume na ang isang bata ay ready to learn. Madalas po kasi as teacher sasabihin natin, everybody focus! Mag-focus kayo. Pero tinuruan ba natin sila kung paano mag-focus? Do you think, have you thought about it, no? Na lagi tayong nagsasabing mag-focus kayo. Ano ba naman, hindi kayo makafocus. But we never taught them how to focus. Breathing is one very good, amazing way to make our students, no, yung brain nila, pag yung oxygen nag-flow na dyan, okay, nang maayos, makukuha mo yung attention nila. Kasi alam nyo po, ang reading is, it says nga dito, no, every brain needs to be rewired to become reading brain. At hindi lang po yun, the breathing itself is a form of putting the minds of the child to alpha wave state, no? Kasi ang brain natin, may mga electrical wirings po itong brain natin, no? At meron tayong iba't ibang brain waves. Yun pong tinatawag na meron tayong beta wave, yung katulad ngayon, we are on a beta wave. Meron pong alpha wave, may theta at beta. Kapag ang brain po ay nasa relaxed state, yung calm siya, meditative, very creative, na kung ano mang ituro mo, pumapasok yan, at mas nag-i-imagine siya, yung brain po natin nasa alpha state. So yung breathing po and even the songs and the affirmations, we also have affirmations po Yung affirmations po allows us to put the brain into that alpha wave state para kalmado sila kasi alam niyo naman ang mga bata ngayon, 'di ba? Grabe po ang energy nila. So we need to put them into the alpha state para po yung different lobes ng brain nila, ito po ang reading po ang in charge yan ay left brain So we have the frontal lobe, temporal, parietal, occipital. Yan po yung nag-i-interact together, yung speech, kung bakit sila nakakaspell, kung bakit nababasa nila fluently, kung bakit naiintindihan nila yung binabasa nila. These are the lobes working together. Kapag ang brain po ay wala po sa alpha state at hindi makafocus, no? At may stress, these lobes do not operate. Okay? So nahihirapan po sila, hindi po sila makapag-interact, nagkakaroon po ng nagiging inactive po itong mga lobes na to. Kaya ang hirap pong pumasok ng itinuturo sa kanila. And later I will really explain that to you na ang reading po ay hindi simpleng skill. It is a very complicated skill, no? And I'm going to explain that further later. Now, as we go along, meron akong mga nakikitang questions dyan sa inyo, but sabi ko nga po mamaya nyo yan, i-keep nyo muna, no? Mamaya po natin yan sasagutin or baka as we go along, masagot po ang ating mga tanong. Now, let me tell you this. In Instant Reader, we do not teach the alphabet first. So tayo po, lahat tayo sanay at tayo rin naman ay natuto through alphabet. Okay? But remember, ang vision po natin, ang mission natin to teach the world to read the fastest and most effective way. If we want to teach a child to read in 20 days, we do not teach the alphabet first. Hindi po yan ang inuuna natin. Okay? Because I believe so much that teaching the alphabet first slows down the process of reading. Para pong nung araw yan, parang ang ginagawa natin ay gumagamit tayo ng typewriter. Nagagawa naman po, di ba? Kung gumamit ka ngayon ng typewriter, makakapag-type ka pa rin, patatapos mo pa rin yung report mo. Pero gagamitin mo ba siya ngayon? Di ba hindi na kasi nag-iba na rin ang panahon na maikli na yung attention span ng ating mga anak at meron na tayong ibang tools, no? We have to adjust, no, sa technology, sa kung anong klaseng learners meron tayo. Hindi pwedeng tinuturuan natin lagi ang mga bata kung paano tayo natuto noon. We have other ways. And in Instant Reader, we do not teach the alphabet first. I know may mga mommies dito na naka-experience na po or mga anak nila ay tinuruan na namin through Instant Reader, nakapagbasa through Instant Reader. You can attest to what I am saying. Because for me, in my research, I would say teaching the alphabet first slows down the process of reading because it goes against the natural process of learning to speak, which is an important skill a child needs to acquire before he learns to read. Now, kanina nakita niyo po may animal friends kami. Okay? So, unti-unti pong ituturo yung animal friends as we go along from one lesson to another. Okay? Yung animal friends po na yun, may representation po yun ng bawat sound or what we call phonemes na ituturo po sa anak ninyo. Okay? Now, yung animal friends na yun, yung story na yun, may mga benefits po yun at may mga reasons why we are using it. So first, dito po, to enhance memory and recall. So meron po tayong ipapakita yung mga animals na minsan may kakaiba silang damit, ang itsura nila, may ribbon silang kakaiba. So meron tayong tinatawag dyan na ridiculous association. para po talagang maaalala nila kasi yung imagination nila gumagalaw na po yan, no? Naihanda na po natin at tuloy-tuloy po na talagang mag-a-absorb at mas magiging creative pa yung kanilang mga isipan. Those Animal Friends, it's an adventure story full of values, no? Napansin niyo po yan kanina. This Animal Friends actually helps in the mastery of phoneme awareness. Later on, I'm going to tell you what this phoneme awareness is. And then, of course, the Animal Friends story, it facilitates storytelling and language skills. So, natitrain po ang kanilang mga tenga to listen, no? And of course, alam niyo naman ang storytelling, no? It gives you the fun, the joy, and yung pong imagination, no? Na nadadala kayo, nakakapasok kayo dun sa story. And you would see that from our teacher, napakagaling po na storyteller ni Teacher Paige, and talagang hook na hook po sa kanya ang pagsa-story. And you know what? It's not easy to storytell, right? Hindi po lahat ay ganun kagaling mag-storytelling, pero napakahalaga po ng storytelling na sa umpisa pa lang na-hook mo na kaagad yung mga bata. And of course, with that storytelling, it also exposes our children to cultural and environmental awareness kasi meron po talagang mga nakapasok dun sa story na iba't ibang, these are different animals. Hindi lang po siya mga animals na nakikita natin sa Pilipinas because when we thought about the program, global po siya. Hindi lang po siya pang Pilipinas. So global po siya. So the children will get to learn different types of animals, no? Pero yung animals na yun, as we introduce them to storytelling, kaakibat po nun, meron po silang association, may ridiculous association with the phoneme that we're going to teach, no? Para po ma-master po nila yung mga phonemes na yon. So, kahit na ano ang iba't ibang learning styles, no? It caters to different learning styles ng mga iba't ibang klaseng bata. And of course, it promotes essential values, social and emotional learning. Kasi naka-embed po talaga yung mga values na dapat nilang nalalearn sa kanilang edad dyan sa story na yan. So, hindi lang po siya basta ordinary story. Okay? And then later on, ito na po, ituturo na namin yung lesson at mapapansin nyo po na we are not dependent on pictures, no? Hindi po kami dependent sa pictures unlike sa mga iba't ibang mga usually na mga reading programs or reading lessons na nakadepend po sa teacher. Ang instant reader po, as we teach the reading part of the lessons, wala na po tayong mga pictures doon. Why? Because through that, no, it enhances yung decoding skill para mas talagang nakafocus sila dun sa dinedecode nila na mga sounds or yung phonemes, no? And also, it gives you an authentic assessment. Kasi hindi sila nanghuhula, hindi sila nagbabasa kasi may picture na katabi. So, nakafocus sila dun sa phoneme awareness, no? Dun sa mga phonemes na i-introduce sa kanila. It also, kapag non-dependence yan sa pictures ng mga bata, it prepares them for text-heavy materials kesa sa mga pictures. Kasi pag napapansin niyo po, ang mga bata, dahil kinondisyon natin sila with pictures, kapag wala na pong picture yung text, yung kanilang binabasa, ayaw na po nilang basahin. Tinatamad na sila kasi na-condition nga natin sila. So remember, lagi ang ini-introduce natin, A is for apple, I is for igloo, E is for egg, G is for goat. Pero dito pa lang sa phonetics na ginagamit natin kasi nakaroot tayo sa alphabet, if you will see, A is for apple, hindi po siya magkatunog. A and apple, different sound. I and igloo, magkaibang sound. E and egg iba, G and goat iba. Pero na-condition natin yan. Lalo na po yung mga pictures, di ba? Laging magbabasa na tayo. Okay, everybody, read natin na sa blackboard. Meron ng word na mat, cat, ball, dog, sun, pig. Andun po yung pictures or nasa libro. So, kaya talagang dependent po sila sa picture. Unfortunately, di ba, I always say this, not all words can be picture-aided. Marami pong words na hindi po kayang ituro dahil may picture sa tabi. Pero itong mga words na to are common words na kailangan nila at usually, nasa mga in-between instructions. Kaya maraming bata ang hirap pong magbasa or hindi talaga naturuan or hindi talaga nila kayang i-process. Litong-lito po yung utak nila. Okay? So, here, again, we do not use pictures. Totally different po from the usual thing that we learn. Kasi ano pong goal natin? We want to teach them to read in 20 days. 20 lessons, words, simple sentences until simple paragraphs. Okay, so I'm going to proceed naman po kasi magtutuloy-tuloy tayo. So go ahead, teacher Freds. Let's move on. So at least meron po silang idea or may baseline why our program is set this way. Go ahead, teacher Freds.
Okay, please share the screen. Here we go.
Did you enjoy the story? Me too. And did you remember our animal friends? Awesome. Let's say them together. Annie Ant, Millie Mouse, and Sandra Swan. One more time, follow after me. Annie Ant, Millie Mouse, and Sandra Swan. Wow, excellent. Now, let's begin our first reading lesson by learning the sounds of our animal friends. Let's have Annie Ant. I'm going to say the sound and you will repeat after me. Okay, ready? Annie Ant reads a, a, a. Annie Ant reads a, a, a. Millie Mouse reads mm, mm, mm. Millie Mouse reads mm, mm, mm. And Sandra Swan reads s, s, s. Sandra Swan reads s, s, s. Amazing. Now let's say the sounds together. A, s, s, a, a, s, a, s. You're doing an awesome job. After learning these sounds, we are now going to blend them together to form words. Are you ready? Okay, let's begin.
So, ang susunod na po dito, yung reading practice.
Okay,
So,
now
dito po
I
sa
need you
reading
to sit
practice, okay, wait lang po.
Video, please take a moment to download the reading practice.
So, stop ko lang po to. Dito po sa reading practice na to, ito na po yung they will be, the kids will have to read some words. So, meron na po tayong mga practice words dito. Kung dito sa DIY na to, you will be, you have to download the copy of the words. Pero kapag ka po sa classroom setup naman, so, the kids will be given the words and the list of words para po ma-practice sila. So, for example, for lesson 1, here are the sample words na babasahin nila. So, kung ano lang yung naituro na sounds for the day, those will be the words lang na ipapabasa natin sa kanila. So for this particular lesson, here are the words that will be taught to the kids o kaya iko-coach ng teacher kung paano ito babasahin nila. Okay? So yan yung ipapabasa natin sa kanila. Yun lang po yung coverage ng lesson 1. So kung isa-summarize siya, ito lang po yun. These 5 words lang which will be the words for the day. So kung paano to gagawin, may further training pa rin naman tayo para sa mga magko-coach dito, lalo na sa mga sa classroom or sa setup para sa schools. Pero kapag DIY po, we have added a blending guide or parang coaching guide para na din po matulungan yung mga parents din, yung mga iba, paano to gagawin. So we'll just show you a bit of how it's done. So ito po yon. This is a very quick guide. Saglit lang po. Wala tong audio. So, ito po ang itsura niya. So, para help na din po dun sa mga iba. So, we added this para makatulong, no, para mas mag-gets ng mga magulang, lalo na sa mga DDR, kung paano siya gagawin. But basically, ito rin naman ang ginagawa ng mga teachers at dun sa mga instant reader centers natin, mga trained IR teachers, and soon yung mga itatrain pa natin na magiging teachers. So, we have this guide for them para lalong talaga. Sabi nga ni Teacher Vicky kanina, wala tayong picture para mabasa nila. So they'll be independently reading the words of the day using this guide po. So yan yung mga example ng mga words. So yung mga words of the day natin. Okay?
Yes, Teacher Lawrence. Opo. Okay. Yes, Teacher Vicky.
Yeah, teacher, kasi na tayo magna-9 magte-10 na tayo. So, we have to move a little quicker, no? Para...
Tapos na po, teacher. Tapos na bali tayo.
Okay, teacher. Sige. I'll proceed, no? Para tayo. I'll just proceed. I'm going to share my screen again. Ito na ba, I'm sorry.
Audio po. Teacher Vicky, nakamute lang.
Diyan na pala. Dito ko na. Okay. So, yeah. So, yung kanina pinakita, after learning the different sounds, magbe-blending po sila. So, in our program, no, tinuturo talaga paano magpa-blend kasi hindi po lahat ng bata ay madali or mabilis mag-blend. No? So, we have a technique on how they will be taught how to blend, no? Para kahit na ilang words yan, ilang letters, ilang sounds yan, they'll be able to blend fluently, no? Hanggang sa makabuo sila ng word or maging very fluent sila, automatic na nilang nababasa yung word. So again, we did not use any picture. So wala po kaming kung cat man yun, wala pong cat sa tabi niya, no? So the blending facilitates word recognition, it builds strong and faster reading fluency, it enhances decoding skills through pseudo words na kahit na po mga words nga na hindi nila naintindihan, dun kasi po natin talaga nakikita kung authentically sila po ay nagbabasa talaga or kaya nilang basahin yung words, no? And the blending strategies also facilitate spelling and writing. It also allows us to know if we need to have an early intervention support. Kasi may mga bata na talaga palang may iba pa silang kakaibang difficulty. Dito rin po natin yung nakikita. Okay? And then, sabi ko nga sa inyo, hindi po talaga namin itinuturo yung alphabet first, no? Kailangan ma-master po muna nila yung phoneme awareness, no? The initial focus of instant reader is to master the phoneme awareness, not teaching the alphabet, no? So as I've said, ito po ay talagang binibigyan ng matinding emphasis. The master key po to more fluent and accurate reading is through phoneme awareness. It is a fundamental step to decode words while reading. It gives us the ability to identify and correct reading difficulties, no? Kasi kapag word, binigay mo agad with picture, hindi mo alam saan siya doon nahihirapan. Pero with phoneme awareness, very clear po yan. Another thing po about phoneme awareness is that it facilitates correct enunciation at pronunciation. Remember, marami pong mga bata na kung paano nag-pronounce si teacher, ganun din po nila i-pronounce yon. So sometimes marami mga bata na hirap po mag-pronounce ng V at B, F, and P. No? Kasi nga we were not taught phonemic awareness. And phonemic awareness also makes reading an enjoyable process to learn. Paulit-ulit na lang po ako ng phonemic awareness. Ano ba yung phonemic awareness, no? Alam niyo po, according to the National Reading Panel, there are 5 pillars of reading instruction. Para masabi mo raw na epektibo ang reading program na ginagamit mo o itinuturo mo sa mga bata, ito po yung 5 pillars niya. Unang-una po is phonemic awareness. Sunod lang po yung phonics, which is where the alphabet is, and then fluency. Kasi dito sa phonemic awareness and with the phonics, you teach them blending. Okay? Yung blending na yan allows your student to become fluent. Kapag fluent na po siya, masarap na pong magbasa. Pag masarap na pong magbasa, doon na-build yung vocabulary nila. At kapag ang vocabulary nila ay na-build na, doon pa lang po darating tayo sa ultimate goal ng reading, which is comprehension. Pero if you will see here, the 5 pillars of an effective reading instruction, phonemic awareness. So yan po yan, no? Phonemic awareness, saka lang po yung alpha phonics, then the alphabet symbols, reading fluency, vocabulary, and reading comprehension. Sa phonemic awareness po, no? Usually, di ba alphabet, ilan po yung alphabet natin? We have 26 letters. Ang phonemic awareness system po, hindi lang po yan 26. Katulad nga tong letter A, it is not taught as A is for apple. Kasi ang A na symbol po has even 3 sounds. May A, may A, may O. Yung ball, awkward, di ba? Yan po yan. Pero hindi po na ituturo yan ng maayos kasi lagi tayong A is for apple. Okay? But in phonemic awareness, meron pong 44 standard phonemes. Okay? 44 standard phonemes, sa alphabet po, 26 letters lang. So actually, kalahati po ng sounds ng alphabet na miss out na. Kaya ang dami pong batang may struggle to read kasi gulong-gulo sila. Bakit ganit nag-iiba yung sound nito? Ba't iba ng pagbabasa nito lalo po sa English, di ba? Kasi nga, we missed so much. Because we focus on the alphabet, not on phonemics. So parang ganito po yan. Yung area, ito yung usual na ginagamit niyan, no? Sa pag nagturo tayo, phonics agad, alphabet, magme-memorize, may vowels and consonants ka agad, no? Sentence formation, may picture. Na-miss out po yung napakalaking component which is in that phonemic awareness thing. Now, let me remind you, ang language po is a natural process. Kahit hindi mo turuang magsalita ang bata, eventually magsasalita yan if that child has that physical faculties. Kaya nga 'di ba yung baby, bago yan magbasa, bago yan sumabak talaga sa mahabang pagsasalita, nagsasalita na siya agad. 'Di ba ang unang word na sinasabi, mama. Cha, pa, chup, chup. Wala pong nagsasabi ng A, B, C, D, Q, R, T, W. Wala pong ganon. Language is a natural process, but reading is not. Okay? Tatandaan po natin, reading is not a natural process. The skill to read can never be acquired by a normal child naturally. Sabi ko nga kanina, it is one of the most complicated skills a child will ever learn. Hindi siya madali for most kids. Okay? So, siguro teacher, let's run through na lang ulit nung ending part nung lessons natin. We're just showing you po yung very basic lang, no? Kasi hindi naman po natin kayang iturong buo, no? But at least we're giving you ideas on how we do it at bakit ganun po yung sequence ng aming pagbabasa. So, teacher friends, can we do it again and proceed A little
Mm.
bit na lang po. Yes.
Okay. I think Teacher Lorna, may ano pa ba? May parts pa ba? I think we've
Practice. Mm-mm.
closing part, yes.
Before you practice some more with your teacher, let's review today's sounds and words. A, m, s, am, ass, Sam, mass. Way to go! You've done a great job today. See you again for our next Instant Reader lesson. Bye!
Okay, siguro Teacher Lawrence, probably you could share to them ano yung importance ng review. The review kasi talaga pong dinadaanan namin yung review before the end of the lesson. If you will notice, hindi po kami maghapong nagtuturo ng reading. Kasi even po yung time allotted, pinag-aralan din po yon. Kung gaano lang siya katagal, kung gaano lang siya kabilis. These are all research-based. Pinag-aralan po siya, no? Kasi ang mga bata, you have to get their teachable moments para ma-file po yan sa utak nila. So we teach 3 sounds for every lesson. And remember, we have 44 in Instant Reader po, 52 po ang sounds namin. And you'll be amazed paano nangyayari yon, because we have several techniques and strategies, no, that makes them so hooked into reading. Hindi po nila napapansin, nagbasa na pa sila. I know may mami tayo dito, di ba? Andito ba si Mami Catherine? And
Yes, very active.
Na-experience niya yan.
Sad.
Kung paano hooked ang isang bata to read because of all the components that we have in Instant Reader. So, Teacher Lawrence, you have anything to say?
Present.
Si Mami Catherine. Yeah, anything to say, Chair, sa review and also